We're shooting Theo's F4 today, tank of a camera, Ferrari stripe, younger brother of the F3. It's like, you know when you have a younger brother and your parents really spoil them? This is what's happened here. We got this chunky beast to play with, so let's see what we can shoot today. Okay, let's figure out how to open this then. Push to the right, pull it up, stick some film in it. Let's go shoot. Beautiful. I like it already. The removable viewfinders, obviously I think there's like 12 of them or something for the F4. This is the standard one, comes with the, you know, it's huge, you know, really get a good idea of what's going on around you. I'm shooting a 28 2.8 AF Nikon today. It's a bit wider than I like to shoot, so it's interesting to get a really good view of what's going on around me through that viewfinder. Nothing like a cute dog, huh? What I really like already is the autofocus. Generally, if I'm shooting an SLR, I tend to stick with my FM3A, which, as I bang on about all the time, I love. But there's nothing better than being able to get a photo, know it's in focus really quickly. It's got a wide variety of shooting modes, but we're shooting on A today. One fantastic thing about this camera obviously is it's got a shutter that goes to 1/8000th of a second, and it's that really clear viewfinder. I know automatically if it's going to be a shutter speed I don't want, I ain't taking that picture, and you can see that, which is really nice about this camera. So something pretty cool about this, obviously you have the removable finders. We've got the gridded screen in here so that you can focus really nicely, line everything up, and take your picture. And yeah, I always like a waist level finder. It's really fun to shoot through it, and I feel like it's a bit friendlier than sticking a Canon to your face and, you know, shooting a picture and, you know, making a picture of you through this little screen, which is nice. One nice thing about shooting through the waist level finder is it makes it even more like a, you know, like a precious baby that you're walking around carrying a level. You know, it's huge. You know, it's a nice screen to look through. Obviously, you've got the kind of issue of when you're trying to frame stuff, it can be a bit awkward, but it's not like looking through a rollie where you're focusing on a scope to get that really precise focus. It's autofocus, so I'm putting a little bit of trust in that at the end of the day to make sure that everything I see is what I get. Guts. Guts. One great thing about this is even when you've got the viewfinder removed, there's a focus confirmation light that comes up as green. So if you're pointing at something and it turns green, you generally have an idea that that is what you're going to get in focus. So yeah, it's nice and easy to shoot without that finder on. So I still think even if I was shooting a 50, I might feel more comfortable. I notice even when I'm shooting like compact point and shoots at 35, I kind of feel a bit awkward trying to get close and whatever. with this waist level viewfinder, I think a 50 for me would be perfect. Shooting this makes me really want to get an F4 though. It's always so funny how open people are to have you take pictures of their children here because they're proud of their children. Like, I feel like if you want to take this sort of picture in Europe, it's kind of like a no-no. You're almost afraid to take that picture before you don't even think about it, you know? So like, it's a really great way to interact with people if you see animals or children. Like, people want to show them off to you, and I feel like that's a good thing. Like, people are proud of this, and it's what I want to see, people who are happy to express themselves and show things. So when it's finished, the little red light comes on, you can't shoot anymore. You've got to push this button, and you've got to pull the lever, and push this lever. Of course, you don't have to do that. You can actually, if you want to, manually rewind it, which is one great thing about this camera. If you want to leave the leader out, you can just rewind it until you hear that click. Job done. So I really enjoyed shooting this camera, the fatter, spoiled younger brother of the F3. Still get everything you love about this camera, cameras in general. Like, you've got everything's manual, you've got knobs, it's heavy, still got your Ferrari stripe. It's no F5, it's not massive. You can get the battery packs and all the gump that goes with it. To be perfectly honest, if you're going to get this camera, get the bog standard viewfinder. Get yourself a 28 or a 50 if you're me, because 50 is much nicer in my opinion to shoot. It feels comfortable for me. You're going to have yourself a great time. Like, so many settings. You work out what works for you. You shoot the camera. Job done. Catch you next time. Shoot something else.
Thank you.